Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I've got a 3-day weekend ahead of me, which I'm pretty stoked about. It's a bunch of time to get some stuff done in the car. I think on the last video, I had the motor sitting in there. I had that problem with the distance on those 2 bars. I don't know what the number. Sorry, guys. But I'm going to get those knocked out of there. I'm going to redo the upper AR mounts. I'm going to do a lower mount, a mid mount, and then on the upper, I've got a kind of a cool idea. I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I want to get some triangulation done. I want to get the A-arms kind of redone. I want to get the hubs, the bearings pressed in there. I don't have a press, so I'm hoping they knock out pretty easy. And then I have a trick to get them in there. Be nice to get the CVs on and get some welding in. Who knows, maybe I'll get the gas tank or radiator mocked up. Lots to do, but 3 days to do it. So hopefully this thing doesn't turn out too long. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments that are coming in. One last thing, that bender sitting over there doing nothing. If you guys want to use it, hit me up. If you're in a couple states away from Arizona, it'll be worth the time and money to drive down. So far, I got one guy who's talking about it first of the year. If he comes down, it'll be good for him. So I'm happy to do it. Happy to help. Hit like, hit subscribe, do all those fun YouTube things. And man, I got to get back to work. Okay, so we've got this guy out. And got the motor, not exactly where it's going to go, but pretty close. I'm going to get this tacked in. I'm going to get the other one tacked in. And then we're going to look at motor mounts. I think I'm going to go from here to here. And as long as those are pretty even and we get this thing pretty level, I think it's going to go pretty well. I could go straight. Maybe I'll just go straight on like that. And then I'm going to take the this wood out and rotate the engine just a hair because this chain is kind of dragging on the bottom of the case. A roller wouldn't hurt that, but we'll have to get to that later. But anyway, get this thing tacked, and we are one step closer to getting the motor in. Got a motor mount in. The chain is spooling nicely. It's all, the sprocket's aligned. The motor is at 90 degrees, so is the sprocket. I'm gonna build another mount here that comes off of this. Makes a little jog in and then down. And then when this motor comes out of here, I'll probably X-brace that just to make this bottom mount pretty strong. Upper motor mount here in the rear will come to here, and again it will be detachable, so there'll be a tab right here, and then I'll come in and just unbolt there. That way it'll lift up out of here a little bit easier. And then the cylinder head mount is where a lot of the strength is going to come in. The motor sits to the right a fair amount, but that's the way it sits, so let's get back at it. Friday night, 7 o'clock. We have a third of the motor mounts done. It's sitting in there like it's supposed to, and the chain spins like it's supposed to. How dope is that? Don't mind that ugly chain. I got new ones coming. But tomorrow, I'm gonna do a mount from here to here. No big deal. It's just two straight little bits. And then we've got to redo the upper AR mount here. Right, it goes right here. So I got to do a bar that comes across here. It's gonna stick out to about here, which is kind of crazy. But coming along. Talk to you later. We got the lower engine mount. Now we've got to get the upper engine mount welded up. Here we go. That looks better. Okay, so top motor mounts are in. They're at different angles, mainly because the motor's offset. So I don't love it, but at the same time, I don't hate it either. So I think I'm gonna live with it. There'll be a gas tank sitting over the top of it. You won't be able to see it anyways. Bottoms are in. Now what we gotta do is build a plate right here. And then we're gonna triangulate in with 3 bars to secure those upper mounts. Let's get that done. And just like that, we've got an upper motor mount. Pretty happy with that. It's just a flat plate in there that's kind of spaced to fit some concave of the motor. Triple contacts, one there and there. Triangulates down at the bottom. Came out pretty good. Get it in there. Oh, there we go. A 90% welded up. Off to the next one, back to work. Check it out. Upper motor mounts are done. At this side, I'm not sure if the time lapse went through. How cool is that? Pretty stoked on those. This side is done. Upper mounts are done. Lower mounts are done. Next step, we got to get the A-arms back in there. Let's get back to work. Okay, back at it another day. So yesterday we got the motor mounted. All the mounts are done. Very solid. I'm very happy with the upper mounts, the way they came out. Upper or the rear A-arms are completely in, and I'm happy with those. So today we're going to get the hubs, the bearing carriers mounted. So earlier this morning I didn't film it, but I came out here and used a hammer and a tool to beat the existing bearing into submission and get it out of there. Actually, it wasn't that hard. And then, so a little trick for those of you that don't want to buy a press. They're not that expensive, but they do take up a chunk of floor space, and you know, you just don't use it every day. So I didn't buy one. So put your bearings in the freezer, bury them in ice, let them sit there for a day or so. One of these bearings almost dropped in. I just had to tap it a couple times with a hammer. I mean, I didn't even really touch it. It just dropped in there. So that's pretty cool. Do that for your center sections as well, and you'll have a much easier time if you're not using a press like me. If you are not, make sure you have something that will mate up to the flange of those bearings. And then the other side of the coin, when you tap in the actual wheel flange or the hub, make sure you have something riding on the back side of that bearing, and then you can bang it in there pretty easy. So that's what I did. I didn't film it, sorry, thought it was boring, but we're ready to go here. So I've got my axles. I'm gonna get those bolted up, and then I'm gonna make 4 brackets for to hold the bearing carriers on, and then we'll see what the rest of the day brings us. Probably some more bars. Gotta get back to work. Okay, we got the 4 tabs made. Now we got to weld them up. It was 1 3/8 off the bottom and 1 inch off the top. It's going to get me 90 degrees at the flange, roughly parallel to the ground. So that's the plan. Let's get it welded up. Well, tabs are tacked up, and we got a problem. It doesn't want to pivot. Why is that? Why doesn't it want to pivot? That's weird. I don't have. Maybe I need to be a little bit longer. Not totally bound up, but that could be closer. Yeah, that sucks. All right, we'll figure it out. Back to work. All right, so here at the end of the day, 6 hours to make some tabs, drill some holes, and get a whole lot of frustrated. I've got an insane amount of plunge on the CVs as the A-arm cycles, and I don't know why. I changed the bolt from here to here to 5 inches. It was at 6 because I thought we should match that. And then I watched our friend KJ's video, and he says, no, drill it at 5. So I did, which fortunately I have enough material where I can get away with it. Then I moved my lower AR mount up so that these guys were level because they were a little off before. And I measured the width so they pretty much match there. And they still have a whole bunch of binding, and they don't really line up well from here to the other side. Up here is okay, but to get it level, you can see that that's out of whack. I don't know, I'm puzzled and frustrated. So at the next week, I'm going to consult the guru himself and see if he has any advice for me, any measurements, and get this thing hopefully cycling right so that I can do the other side, and we'll go from there. But I don't know, we got some stuff done this weekend and we're not ending it on a high. So with that, I will get back to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Have a great week.